was excited when I had an A9L coming in.
Yeah.
If you do something stupid,
Right.
then if you can just rewind it.
Yeah.
For the ones who specialize in saving the day, and for the ones who master.
Hey, rewind it.
It's all right. Nobody died. For all your dyno repair needs, contact Mike Murillo.
No.
Did you have to get that off eBay?
Yeah, I've had this since 1984. Yeah.
That means you won that.
That means I don't have to pay for lunch. That's still good.
I like hearing y'all every time I have
All right, good morning, folks. It is a beautiful day down in San Antonio, actually, and it's going to be quite the episode. We actually have, so we got the Blue Brother up here on the trailer. I think Charles is excited because we finally get to get it tuned, and we're actually getting it tuned by the one and only Mike Murillo, who needs to know.
All you have to beat is 440 horsepower.
Right. So we're here at Mike Murillo Racing, and he doesn't need an introduction by any means. And we're super excited to see what he can do and hopefully get this car dialed in the way that it deserves to be. So it is filthy. Rained the other day, unfortunately. But we're here. We're about to get the car unloaded, get inside, meet Mike, and see what he can do. Ramps are okay?
Yeah.
Saving parents. We are also good at shopping.
You feel that clutch.
Really good. That's why.
Hey, that's a lot better than what it was.
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah. I was excited when I had an A9L coming in.
Yeah.
8-3M, you know, anything.
I was listening to the podcast. I'm like, okay, he wants to go back to like grassroots.
Unless we do something stupid.
Right.
Then if you can just rewind it.
Yeah. Well, this is all in Mexico, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
For the ones who specialize in saving the day, and for the ones who master.
Hey, rewind it. Like that.
It's all right. Nobody died.
Hey, the insurance company doesn't need it.
Yeah.
Never seen before on TV.
Yeah.
Simply dial 800-785-9545.
There's a link there on the
If
bottom.
you owe back taxes to
Okay.
the IRS and cannot afford
Can
to
you just
pay
pull
them
the
back,
floor and let's pull it off here?
Yep.
returns.
I'm just gonna throw it out there, but you know you have check oil light on.
I don't know.
Didn't even know it worked.
Oh.
For all your dyno repair needs, contact Mike Murillo.
No.
Did you have to get that off eBay?
Yeah, I've had this since 1984.
Oh, look
I'm
at
just
that.
kidding. But yeah, we just got to make sure we plug it in good. I've already glued this end here on it several times. Now I can't even find the end.
Wow.
This thing has been floating around since our last Foxbody tune back in 2018.
Oh, so it's only been a few years.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's your first first A9L or A3M
Yeah.
cert in 4 years.
Yeah, first one in 4 years, but about the 2031st. For the strongest cotter pins, if we have to, is a drill bit. We used to.
Oh yeah,
we used to
true
break
that.
the cotter pins off
Yeah.
the camshafts, and I was at the track, and some old guy, I think it might have been Job Spetter's dad, said, "You got drill bits?" I forget what size it was, 5/16. And I was like, "Yeah," and he goes, "Go get it." And then, boom, cut that off, cleaned off the edges, boom, put that bitch in, and it's actually a common deal. I would break them, once, twice a year. It never broke again.
Wow.
Mike Rocket Rod Murillo. Man, that would.
Oh, that was a license plate.
Oh, Rocket Rod.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's the dad's name.
He had a custom license plate. It might even be.
Instead, I would get nicknames. Okay, so when Michael was just a toddler,
Yeah.
we were in Florida. We were racing. He grew up at the track, obviously. We were racing, and this guy named Oklahoma was just one of those. Justin Swanstrom is these days. I don't know if you know who he is. Just a man, shut the up, talking shit constantly, right? And so anyway, so I got tired of his shit. I forget what he did to me. And so he had just shit a diaper that was to die for. And I thought, I know what I'm going to do. So I walk over to, I was going to put it in his race car. And so when I walk over there, they're interviewing him and they're all standing by the car. So I was like, I'm standing there with a diaper in my hand. And I look over and I'm standing next to his dually, the driver's door. And I was like, boom,
Good
opened
enough.
up the driver's door and I tucked it into the springs underneath the seat. So it stayed up there and then boom, walked away and forgot about it.
Take two.
Take two.
I'm gonna hold on to something just in case. Gas tank cover's a little dirty. Tailpipes need a detail.
Splish splash.
Yeah.
A nice Mother Nature breeze that blows from the north comes right through the shop. I tuned for 15 years with this dyno up against the wall.
It's time to start.
Right.
With the side door like over there and then obviously the front door.
It kills stallowee and clover
15 years
and
I was
feeds your grass.
carbon monoxide, hyper smelling like. So I had this carbon monoxide tester that my doctor friend bought me. And I had it plugged into the same spot where we are now. And that thing would go off all day long. I mean, to the point I just took it off and threw it in a drawer.
Wow.
I wish I wouldn't have done that. Anyways, plugged it in now, and yes, it works. We tested it, but it hasn't gone off one time.
Nice.
With the fans and the air blowing through here.
Right.
Much safer. And I'm not, when I go home at night, I ask my kids, I smell like exhaust like I used to. I mean, it was bad. Oh my God, it was horrible. Things you do when you're young and dumb.
Yeah.
Think you're Superman. There's not. My dad ended up getting some throat cancer stuff, but cancer in general doesn't run in my family at all.
Yeah.
I've never smoked a day in my life. except when I get drunk. I act like I'm smoking cigarettes. When it was boosted, I got drunk and I got a cigarette hanging in my mouth, but I never inhaled, you know.
Yeah.
Pull it out right away.
Your MP3 burner?
Yeah.
Look at that. Pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
So you just slide on your SCT chip right on here and
Make sure
other
you don't
side
have
to the
that key
laptop.
on.
Yeah.
You would believe how many chips get burned. If you have the key on, you take that chip on and off.
Right.
Pop!
Oh, really?
Awesome, yeah.
Do you want to give a quick rundown on how you do it? Or do you not share the secrets?
No, there's no secrets. What do you mean?
Well, just in terms of, you know, so you got your air fuel through the O2.
Yeah. So basically, the first thing we're going to do is turn it on and verify that the time is at 10 with the chip out, the spout out.
Right.
Once that's at 10, obviously we're going to hook up our wideband O2. And then the biggest thing is making sure everything is working properly. But this thing obviously is running when it came here, so that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That means a lot of that work has been done. Yeah, use the traditional. I know the mass air meter isn't plugged in, but once we do all of our basic verifying, then we'll plug the mass air back in, calibrate it. Is that PMAS? What's the calibrator for? What size?
It should be 42s. So for the Lightning, which those are green tops, which are 42. So there's a whole Lightning setup before.
And it wouldn't run with that plugged in.
It was just running really rich.
But that's a lightning meter, right?
Yeah.
If we can't get it right in a short amount of time, we'll throw that lightning on there, and
Yeah.
it should be
Cool.
DPS sensor. But that's normal.
Yeah.
Nothing needs to be repaired, but it's just.
That's what they do.
And then it'll also start coming out sometimes a shaft on the bottom side. Chris, man, you're looking good so far, buddy. You wouldn't believe some of the cars. So what happened is over the years, I would start tuning on a car and it would just be giving me man for hours. And I'm like, what the? And come to find out, I had a vacuum leak somewhere, and so now we just started doing this on like for drivability stuff.
Right.
On this dyno, I can do load. So in other words, it's no different than taking it out on the highway and driving whatever mile per hour you want to go down the freeway. But then I can not only do load, then I can do simulate and going up a grade. Like we've had customers come in and say, and I'm like, park throttle, going up the hills out there,
chugging
the
or whatever,
country, chugging on me. And so now we can pretty much duplicate that same scenario and then see.
It's like when you're on the biking machine and you got the resistance going on
exactly.
it. Yeah.
The only thing I don't have is like the scenery in the background.
Right.
Okay. Yeah.
You have a BA5000 in it? Or? Yeah, it's plugged in, all the wires are in.
No, I just put that one in for PMAS.
Oh, okay.
So is that a brand new meter?
Yeah.
Okay, then that's, I would think that would be working.
Where'd y'all have, do you remember where it used to be before y'all pulled it off?
It was in the same location, but I couldn't tell you what the orientation of it was.
Oh, okay.
Turbulent air coming across it, would make it do that. The drivability was definitely better with twisting where it is today. You don't see saw that the air fuel will be going from 14 to 12 and then back to 14 and doing
Right.
stuff. Like I just did that 4,000. So was a little bit lean, so I'll go on and put some fuel in it, and probably go to the same 4,000. And if that looks good, we'll go to 4,250. So it's not a quick bonsai. Yeah. Man, that motherfucker sure was lean at 3,000, but it's okay. Wait.
Just making a new MP3 right here.
Time capsule. Yeah, time capsule. Popping, so I finally just hear a little something, and then I can back them back down.
Right.
Then I know what they want. Keep watching the horsepower. Sometimes they'll, instead of gaining on power every time we go up, they'll either start staying the same before you even get to detonation.
Yeah.
But if that's the case, then we pretty much know what it wants. But we haven't even started, you know what I mean? Put the timing in and see what she really wants.
So I guess the rails, or sorry, the factory lines will take the power. You could upgrade like to SN95 rails probably and throw like an Aeromotive 320 or something in the back or whatever that stealth one is.
And I would also do,
Would you up the injectors more?
I mean, yeah, because you're on the edge of injectors as well. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because we're 42s, so you could probably...
You're already on the edge of that. The only way that you can get those to work is we start cranking up fuel pressure.
Yeah.
Turn them into a different injector. This motor, I feel like, is going to change these at least 60s.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't even think about that.
Yeah. He thinks it'll make 500 horse. Because he's like, I haven't even started throwing timing at it yet. Everything else, but it's like the 255 pump's going to limit it, and the injectors are going to limit it. So it's probably a 60-pound injector, and do like an Aeromotive 340 pump or something inside, and then you could do the SN95 fuel rails, which the diameter is a little bit bigger. All right, plug swap's complete.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. Oh, look at that. So it has been a full day of tuning here and finessing, because these old computers, these old Foxbodies, they need to be finessed. So between some of Mike's software and then of course the chip burner, so every time that we're doing a pull, and generally doing them anywhere from a 200 to 300 RPM increase, looking at the AFRs, looking at the power, looking at the fuel, looking at the boost, looking at everything, all of those critical elements. That's why he's only going a couple hundred RPM every single time, doing an adjustment. And every time he's doing an adjustment, the chip is coming out of the computer, going into his chip burner, burning the new file on, then back into the computer it goes, so on and so forth. So it's nothing like newer age computers where you leave everything connected and you just kind of keep pushing an update and just kind of overwriting that file that you have. And yeah, so it takes a little bit of time, and we just swapped out the plugs. So we put some NGK8s in there, gap to 28 thou, and things seem to be running okay. We've had to swap out the mass airflow meter back to the original Lightning MAF that we had, and believe it or not, just the rotation of the mass air meter played a huge role in terms of the readings, and you know, things bouncing around and just making especially the drivability side of things, extremely difficult to work with. But with the old Lightning map in there, things seem to have leveled out. The idle is good, drivability seems to be good. Now we're just looking at the power, which we're gonna run out of fuel. So because we upgraded the pulley, you know, this car used to make maybe 5 pounds at best. Now we're pushing 7 pounds at 4,600 RPM. More boost, more air requires more fuel. So this car is a 255 liter per hour pump, stock lines, stock rails, and 42 pound injectors. So might need to do some upgrading, but we'll see how far we can push this thing and get it to go with the current fuel setup. So stay tuned for the final results.
That means you won that.
That means I don't have to pay for lunch. I didn't pay for lunch. The best. That's 404, 440.
Looks a little bit alright.
Yeah, a little smoother. So I think 440 was the best. That one was closer to 6,000.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, there we go. So 461 torque, 440 horse. This thing's like over 500 foot-pounds of torque. Monster. April 20th, 2007.
What about Dyno?
Cost? Oh yeah, $270 with tax. Final run. Mike says we're gonna hit 500. Did it do it? Did it do it? What? Oh! Hold on. Went the wrong way.
I think it might have been in the closed loop still, as far as the
Oh, right. Because he kind of went for it. Yeah. Oh.
$4.99. If I would have taken the run a little bit more, it hit 509. Oh, yeah. Damn. Look at that. I mean, it's
Oh, it's ramping up.
It's going to be starting to lean out right there.
Yeah.
Ow. Ow.
Oh. Can't win them all. That's still good.
I like hearing y'all every time
Oh. Well, conclusion. 498.9. We thought it was gonna hit 500, but hey, it's over 600 crank.
It actually did. If I wanted to stop the recording, it did 509.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I mean, what happens is, if it registers that horsepower, it shows up on that one part of the screen that I showed you.
Yeah.
But the fact we stopped recording it.
Ah, I see. I got you.
It's all right.
I'll take the 509 number. That's fine.
Yeah.
Damn, it's not mine. It's not mine.
Well, thanks for all the work. Any words? Anything you want to say about this thing?
Thanks for being patient.
You're good. It's a Foxbody. You have to be, or you shouldn't own one.
We're gonna test drive it and go right around.
Very nice cold weather. Yeah.